This podcast is hardly focused.
Hey, let's check that out.
Karen Reed.
All right, where's Becky?
I asked her, I said, do you want to do the podcast with us? And she's very busy. She's very busy. She's a
whack job cunt.
So we really, in the 2 years that this whole trial with Karen Reed was going on, we didn't really talk about her all that much. We really got in depth, I think, in the previous episode of Hardly Focused. That was 2 weeks ago, and that was recorded the same day that the verdict was handed down, which, as you know, she was acquitted of the murder of her boyfriend, state police trooper John O'Keefe, found guilty of DUI, OUI, is to be on probation for a year, and basically was handed the standard sentence for a first-time offender of an OUI charge. So basically she got off scot-free.
Basically.
But we did get some great audio out of the whole ordeal.
She's got a leaky balloon knot. Leaks poo.
And somehow, I said this last week, somehow that's not in the last episode, not my favorite sound drop. You would think.
She's got a leaky balloon knot. Leaks poo.
But no, it's this.
No ass bitch.
Have you heard? Well, first of all, you live with a woman.
I do.
Was Sarah invested in the Karen Reed trial?
Not entirely. I mean, just a little bit, but she's like, I ain't got time for that.
I don't know how the people I know who were following it had the time for it. Or moreover, Becky would watch all these lawyers like Andrea Burkhart and the other one, her name's Emily, and I'm blanking on her last name. But they're lawyers, they're respected lawyers who have substantial followings online, and they basically like live stream and talk about the trials and all that. And then when the trial was going on, like if you watch like one of Andrea's streams, it's 11 hours long. Like she's like pre-gaming up until that day of trial, streams the whole thing and adds commentary throughout, and then spends like 3 hours afterwards talking about it.
Damn.
So these people were like just these schmoes. And I don't mean that disparagingly, but these like
fucking schmoes. But
they're like, Jesus Christ, do people work? Like, are you making enough money? Is your income substantial from your live streams that you can spend all day just talking about the Karen Reed trial? So
apparently,
so Sarah didn't follow that much. So I guess she's unfamiliar with the voicemails that were released.
No.
Okay, so the voicemails have been out for a while. I only just added them to the soundboard after Becky has been quoting them at me for several weeks now. But these were the voicemails that Karen Reed left John O'Keefe when she got home the night after she dropped him off at that party, and he subsequently died. He doesn't come home, so she gets mad, and she is just calling him off the hook, leaves a bunch of voicemails, and they all sound like this. Which is normal.
Oh, yeah.
Normal reaction.
Completely hinged.
And then when you... when you're thinking rationally, when you had a moment to calm down, get your thoughts together, then you say something like this.
John, I'm here with your fucking kids. And nobody knows where the fuck you are, you fucking pervert.
She's a whack job cunt.
And then you top it off with the old razzle dazzle.
You fucking pervert. You're a fucking pervert.
Perverts.
And then he died.
Womp womp.
So anyway, I bring up Karen Reed because it's not even been 2 weeks since the verdict was handed down. The dust is not quite settled. And yet Karen Reed, according to Boston.com, via the Hollywood Reporter, already working on a film and book deal. To have
I mean, I'm not surprised. It's expected. And to be honest, she does have about $500,000 to make up for her lawyer bills.
So that is something that's kind of up in the air right now, as far as I know, and really as far as I'm concerned, because her defense attorney, Alan Jackson.
Yeah, she's a babe. Weird Fall River accent, though.
Like he was so enamored.
Alan Jackson, the country singer.
Imagine if his last name was Parsons.
I have a project going on right now.
And we're going to call it the Alan Parsons Project. Now, Alan Jackson, he was so enamored by the case, he took it on pro bono.
Oh, okay. I thought she still had a shit ton of bills, but okay.
Well, not even just that, but like her army of supporters now.
Oh my God.
Like when the verdict was handed down,
she was right. She was right.
Well, not even just that, but when the verdict was handed down, just the yelling, the cacophony outside of the courthouse, it just bled through the building. And like if you were watching NBC Boston, as I was, then you heard the whole thing. And like if she were to set up any sort of like crowdfunding, or if someone were to set it up for her, she would make all that money back in an instant. I think she's set for life. Like financially, she's set for life.
I think as long as she doesn't, go crazy with the, the spending, I think as long as she can manage it, I think she'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's one of those things like, hey, I'd like to apply for a job. What's your name? Karen Reed? Okay, all right, whatever.
Yeah, because she was she worked in, I believe, in finance, but she was also an adjunct professor. I want to say
an adjunct law professor going forward, huh?
Yeah. She could be like a television presenter. I think that'd be probably the best course of action for her, because like she's not bad looking. She would look. I think she could pull it off. She could bring in the ratings. She could be like a correspondent for like one of those. I don't know if like Law and Crime even has something like that. I'm trying to think. I was gonna say Court TV, but does Court TV even play court related things nowadays?
I don't know.
Are they like History Channel or True TV, or they just play reality shows?
This went off the deep end.
Ghost Hunters and Pawn Stars.
Oh.
Yeah. So there will be a film adaptation, assuming a dramatized film adaptation, and like we're saying the Hollywood treatment, because I'm sure you'll get the Lifetime film, the low budget Lifetime film that will no doubt be the subject of a
featuring Susan Lucci.
Yes. or hey, if Hallmark were to produce it, which would be really fucking funny, Candace Cameron Bure.
Yeah.
But if they do a Lifetime movie, it will absolutely be an installment of Mother May I Sleep With podcast, and I would love to be part of it. I'd love me and Becky to be part of it. But we're talking to big Hollywood.
Just putting that out there, right? Just putting that out there.
There's countless, like there's Dateline, there's 48 Hours, there's all those shows have already beat this whole case to death, much like John O'Keefe was.
Hey.
But it sounds like we are getting the Hollywood treatment, according to Boston.com. Reed and her lead attorney, Alan Jackson, are partnering with LBI Productions. Hey, kid, I'm making a movie. My buddy Richie's going to help me make a movie, kid. I can't do the LBE anymore. That's
okay. Shouldn't be easy.
They are partnering with LBI Productions to develop the project, which promises case details not yet disclosed to the public, according to the Hollywood Reporter. This isn't just a legal thriller, says LBI production head Julie Yorn. It's about what happens when a single voice refuses to be silenced. Karen's case reflects the complicated moment in time in which we live, says Yorn. We will have an opportunity to show layers that have never been brought to light, and we are committed to telling the story with urgency, nuance, and care. And then Reed gave a statement to the Hollywood Reporter saying, I lived in this town with John. I'm assuming Karen is talking about the town of Canton when she says, I lived in this town with John. I saw what it takes for a small group of powerful people to be above the law. I struggled for over 3 years to overcome this power and corruption, eliciting help from tens of private investigators, multiple attorneys, and eventually the federal government. So we will eventually get the big budget Karen Reed story, and I wonder who would be in the cast for this movie. I for some reason, and then I found out I was confusing it with an announcement that came around the same time that the Jeanette McCurdy book, I'm Glad My Mom Died, is being it's being made into a film, and Jennifer Aniston is being eyed for the role of, I believe, the mom. Yeah. But I was thinking, like, Jennifer Aniston, she could pull off the Karen Reed. She could do it.
Is that too big of a name? Do you need something actually like less than that?
Karen Reed, this whole trial, it went national.
Oh my God, yeah. I had people in my work that are on the opposite coast going, what the fuck is going on with this Karen Reed bullshit?
Yeah, same.
Like, I'm sorry, I can't help you.
I mean, I would have said the same thing. I mean, I never had a dog in the fight, and I still really don't have a dog in the fight. I mean, we're now looking at more of the entertainment side of things. But yeah, I'm gonna say Jennifer Aniston for Karen Reed. Alan Jackson. Okay, so we've got
played by Alan Jackson.
He just plays himself. That happened in Patriots Day, right? Didn't somebody play themselves in Patriots Day? It wasn't. I know Poppy is in it. Big Poppy's in it, playing himself and giving his
you have to.
His speech. But I feel like it was like one of the police, like.
Oh, was it the police commissioner?
It might have been, yeah. Oh, and then the movie United 93.
Okay.
Ben Sliney, who was the head of the FAA, his first day being 9/11.
9/11.
And being the one to shut down airspace over the United States.
Shut it down.
He played himself in that film. But let's see. Alan Jackson he kind of looks like Warren, to be honest with you. I question if he's colorblind. I feel like I keep thinking of maybe like one of the guys from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia could do it.
You think?
That
guy?
If you're looking at him, who do you think?
I can't think of the name. I got to figure out what movie to kind of reference there, or TV show. I think because he's got one of those faces that you're like, it's one of those like actors that's always in like as a supporting cast, and you never know his name, but you're like, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. I gotta figure out the movie.
That is so funny. I'm looking at him now, and he's got to have the beard because he had the beard.
Oh yeah. Can't go clean shaven.
Yeah.
Oh my God, now.
Because if you search for Alan Jackson lawyer, you're gonna see a lot of photos of him clean shaven, and he's a completely different person. Like he needs the beard. But you're right. Like with the beard, like he looks like somebody, and I just can't put my damn finger on it. Like I'd say, like if Charlie Day grew a beard, he could probably pull it off.
No, let's do it. Let's go with Thomas Lennon. There you go.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
All right.
I wasn't even who I was thinking of originally, but you know what? With a beard, full beard, Thomas Lennon.
All right. I like that. Yeah, we can do that. All right. John O'Keefe would be tough. I mean, he's not going to be in the film for very long. I can't really. That one's going to be. That one's going to be challenging, especially since a lot of the photos
Paul
you
Walker.
see of him.
No, sorry.
Paul Walker, he says. No, he's going to be in Fast and Furious 11.
Yeah.
Somehow. Yeah, most of the photos you see of him, he's got
it's the official uniform. The official cop look.
Yeah. Kevin James. You know what? Have Kevin James play him so we can kill him early in the film.
Yes. That would work.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to that one.
Oh, you know who could play Alan Jackson? Dane Cook.
Holy shit.
Because
I'm still around, isn't he?
I'm thinking
God
of
damn.
there's a George Clooney movie, and I can't remember what it's called. It might have been Michael Clayton, but it was like one of those like serious roles that Dane Cook did.
Oh yeah, and you know what? Now he's aging up.
Yes.
Like he's definitely he's not the young, chiseled Dane Cook anymore. You're right. So you know what? Put a full beard on that. I can see it.
Mhm.
I could see it. Because he's been out. He's definitely not center stage anymore.
No. You imagine he's Dane Cook is Alan Jackson.
She's got a leaky balloon knot. Leaks poo.
Sufi. So there you go. That's the Karen Reed film. And that's his deals have been signed. It's going to be a thing. We will see how that goes.